I came a long way to get here. That will always amaze me.
Ellen Foster, the story of a resilient young girl's remarkable journey to escape a life of abuse and neglect, has inspired countless readers. Now a Hallmark Hall of Fame production, Ellen's message of hope and self-determination is reaching millions of concerned adults and children.
This is really a story about a girl who isn't taken care of and who has to find her own way, and who at the age of 11 takes charge of her own life and takes care of herself.
It's a wonderful story. And I love everything about it, yes, from the minute I read it.
Based on author Kay Gibbons' life and her own search for a new mama, Ellen Foster paints a haunting picture of the impact of abuse.
Well, I think if you grow up as an abused child, that's about as tough as it can get, because children are so vulnerable and expect to be taken care of.
If you grow up something, only knowing one sort of thing, you think there's nothing else out there because you really don't know.
Certain parents instill ego strength in their children, and certain parents don't.
If someone keeps, putting you down, and then, there's just one person who always says, you can do it, you're strong, and you're smart, and it stays with you.
When Ellen's mother dies, Ellen finds an inner strength that stays with her and keeps her going.
What appealed to me about the material was the whole idea that you are in charge of your own life. There's a universal theme here of growth, of overcoming obstacles, and of the fact that the human spirit can prevail and can overcome almost anything. And that's what I love about Ellen.
Delivering such a powerful message is a tall order for any actor, but especially challenging for one that's only 11 years old.
This is a picture that really hangs on one person. Well, if you're dealing with adults, you can find an actor, because there's so many wonderful actors looking for work in this world today. But you don't know that you're going to find an 11-year-old girl who can carry a picture on her shoulders.
I'd have to say I love really doing something that's not me, and crying in the closet and being upset over something, and to me that's a challenge, and to me that's really why I'm doing this.
Despite her young age, Jena easily makes the distinction between acting, portraying a character, and her own life.
In the scenes, it's kind of, I just let the character take over and let the nasty person get to Ellen, but it doesn't affect me at all, because it's better to react than really try to act, because then it's like you're trying too hard.
Julie Harris, a stage and screen veteran, knows that lesson well, especially when it involves portraying someone as spiteful as Ellen's grandmother.
It's the nature of the character, and I understand her and know it's not hard, it's what I'm supposed to do. So I don't even think about how beautiful Jena is. I just see this wretched little girl who took my daughter away from me.
For Julie Harris, who has starred in more Hallmark Hall of Fame productions than any other actor, 11, it was something of a homecoming.
I looked at her, and all of a sudden I remembered seeing The Little Moon of Alban and Anastasia and all of these incredible hallmarks that she had done. But it wasn't like a great star revisiting the scene of her former glories. It was just like an actress coming to work. And that's the quintessential Julie Harris.
Julie Harris is my hero. That's all I can say. I've never worked with her before. I just adore her. Nobody works as hard as she does.
Any scene with Julie is very something to look forward to. She is so wonderful, and I just love watching her, and the stamina she has, you know. I don't know how old she is, but my grandma wouldn't have that much stamina, and in the courtroom scene, she shocked me, being so much enthusiastic in every single time.
The family is the cornerstone of society.
Do I get a chance to say something?
No, you don't.
Now, hold it right there, please. Just hold it, please.
What on earth
Please,
she possibly
pardon my
have to
language,
say,
but just
Judge?
please hold it.
Now, this matter has been concluded
Miss Nelson.
as far as I can see.
Miss Nelson, can't we please find out what's on her mind? After all, she is the bone of contention here. And I think
She's a very sad person, very mean and malevolent. She's even more so in the book, if you can imagine. And whether you agree with her or not, I think part of you will feel disturbed and sorry for her, that she's such an unhappy, angry woman.
She's making her as formidable as anybody could make her. She's never looking for sympathy. She is a terrible adversary to Ellen.
He had to tell me in the beginning with this part, harder, harder, harder. Even though I thought I was doing it pretty hard, harder.
For all of the actors, working with veteran director John Erman was an enjoyable collaboration.
This is our second time working together, and I find him wonderful to work with.
He will just tell me something as I do a shot. Always a little piece of information that just hones it right down to what I should be doing. So he's all ears, all eyes, already there for you.
Erman's insight into character and attention to detail often enabled the actors to communicate important aspects of their character through subtle actions. The ants, for example, are rarely seen without their sunglasses, an example of their unwillingness to see the truth, even when it's right in front of them. And when Nadine takes Ellen to the hospital, the ant leaves Ellen behind, symbolic of the neglect she must face throughout the story.
John said, you know, you're not that maternal with her. So it became, just like, come on, not even touching her, just let's go.
One of the challenges of working with young actors is trying to duplicate the performance from one take to the next. Erman dealt with that problem by using 2 cameras in scenes with the children.
I don't think that children need to be burdened with the technical problem of having to match actions. I think that the best you get out of children is when they can be spontaneous.
Despite the heart-wrenching elements of the story, everyone involved in this Hallmark Hall of Fame production is confident that the audience will come away satisfied.
You just feel that she's going to survive and going to make it.
If you've ever been afraid of anything you thought was totally scary, and you thought, I don't have the strength, or I don't know how to overcome a problem, then I think you'll be interested in seeing how somebody who could have been you overcomes her problems.
This story speaks to me because we are all foster children, and we should all be mothers to a child who needs us. And there are so many children who need us.
I know what I want, and I know how I'm going to get it, and I know I don't care what I do or how I do it. I'm going to get a new mama, and I get my family. So it's a pretty darn good ending.